ain't about to be going, bro.
Storied venues in college football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Texas AM Aggies and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
All right.
Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, it's Owens. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. Soft spot in the middle. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Reed on the play action. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Tells the run, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give is to Williams. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Might as well run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Right at the line. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Offense will have another go at it. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to...
Just plowing ahead. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Nowhere to go.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Right down the middle. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Making his first move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Carr on play action. Out wide right, it's Mobley. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Straight ahead, it's Mobley. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. The give is to Williams.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Second down coming up. Right back to it. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Young. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. Notre Dame looking for this fourth down conversion. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on 4th down. 4th down, Carr. He's got it. First down and more. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Throwing, Carr. Got a man. It's Gilbert. Ripping up the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running the red zone. It's Danzy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Play action, C.J. Carr. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Sends it back in motion. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They give it back to him. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Powers inside. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. On the return. Comes onto the field ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got his man downfield. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Sets his feet. It's Reed. Left side, it's Thomas. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Reed makes the grab.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers, guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take...
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the return, it's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Reed. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking for a crease. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking down the middle. And the missed connection on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Catches it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Here's Carr to throw. Rushes on. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still second down. The give is to Williams. Defense all over him. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. From the gun on third down, Carr. He tries to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Reed to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. At the 40, there he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Stepping to the right. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. Carr throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. That's caught. It's Riley. Pulled to the ground. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. Let's kick things off with Jacksonville State taking on the number 10 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's Oklahoma State on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Throwing, Carr. Escapes the pressure to his right. Complete downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Ready. 34, tip. Go!
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. He's got enough. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Play action, Carr. Rush right in his face. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. He couldn't do it on that last play.
The give is to Williams. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Trying to squeak through the pile. Maybe some room here. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
What a great run there. On 3rd and 1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get 1st downs.
From the red zone, it's Coleman Williams. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. They're all over him. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Irish! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This could end up being the biggest drive of the game. Down 21-0, you have to keep it from getting out of hand. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense. But coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch. But advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense.
Makes the grab in their space. The 30. The 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and make big plays.
And he's in. Touchdown, Aggies. Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Here's Carr to throw. He's got the back in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Hits inside, it's Williams. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Irish send out the punt unit. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Uh-oh, look out. Turning it on. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
Throwing Reed. Out wide left, it's Thomas. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Texas A&M going up tempo.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Back to pass, it's Reed. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And here's the third interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Mobley. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Play fake, Carr. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
Carr. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. What a brain cramp. He just lost track of the play clock and gets hit with delay of game on a 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Bussy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Reed. Under pressure. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Took it all the way back to the house. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. From deep, it's Bussy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Texas A&M offense. offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Reed. They're working that left side. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that.
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it down the right side. Finds some room. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
On the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Aggies! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
He's got the first down, and he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Throwing, Carr. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
That's caught by Williams. Down he goes. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! for 6 more points. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. And the ball's free deep in his own territory.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. You got to take care of the football, big fella.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit over.